Hello there. I'm going to spend the next few moments walking you through my Lego collection. As a young boy, probably like many people, I loved playing with Lego as a kid, and then I grew older, kind of faded away from my interest, and then my parents sold all of my Lego in a garage sale for a very cheap price. And now I've somewhat rekindled that relationship, that love with Lego. I've got a 2.5 year old, and we definitely enjoy building Lego together, so I just want to be able to show you what I have here. So the first thing I'll show you is all of the Lego instruction booklets that I've collected just with some of the sets that have already been built. So just kind of keep those all together. And here we have some of the colors that I have sorted out just so I have easy access to all the different colors that are out there. Got some tires, wheels, things like that. This right here is my box of Lego minifig people, as well as the accessories that go with the people. I've got some of the poly bags here in these little bitty plastic containers, some more poly bags, and then some more here, and then I've got some of the power functions. So these are just some of the smaller containers that I have of the different Lego pieces sorted out. And I've also got down here the more prominent colors and bigger tubs. So I've got the red, white, and blue. And over here, just have a few Lego sets that I am looking to sell so that I can continue growing the collection, and just here's some miscellaneous stuff that I've got going on. But now to the Lego that are already built. And these are sets that my son and I have completed. We've accumulated over the past couple of years, ones that we've purchased directly and built brand new, or ones that we've maybe purchased secondhand and been able to get some good deals on, and just been able to amass our collection. And our ultimate goal, as we actually look at some of the pirates and some of the non-city items, the ultimate goal is to be able to have a large and fantastic Lego city. And that will be what you notice here predominantly are going to be Lego city sets. And that is ultimately what's going to make up most of the city. So, as you can see, more of the sets that have already been built. We just passed the fire, we had some Coast Guard. Now we've got some of the space sets that have already been built. And now, which is clearly the most popular theme with Lego, got police. So there is actually another Coast Guard chopper, but you're going to notice all of these different police sets, and it's almost impossible to avoid getting all these police sets. They come out with so many, and some of them are just really neat sets. So you can see lots of different police sets. And then up here have a few of the larger sets that we've also put together. Got the treehouse, got another police station. As you can see, more police station. Got this cool looking guy who's going to probably attack the city. Got soccer vehicle, train station. Got a garage. It's a really neat set right there. And then up here, you'll notice that we've got just a lot of Lego minifigs. Got to have people in the city, so a lot of little minifigs there. This is a creator set. At first I wasn't a big fan of the creator sets, but I've really come to enjoy them and like the creativity in them. Behind the creator set, you'll see there's a soccer stadium, so that's clearly very important for any city that you're going to have out there. And then here is the fairground mixer set. So once again, that's another very important set that you would need in any city. So right here, you'll see are going to be a significant portion of the Lego sets that we have already built and already put together. We do have a few more that I'll show you here in a moment, but now I'm going to transition to the sets that have yet to be opened. So here you can see, once again, Lego City is going to be the predominant, but you've got a Jurassic World there. We've got some of the creator sets here, but these are all sets that are still factory sealed, and I just have on shelves in my basement right now. And as I said, the goal will be to open them eventually with my son and to be able to enjoy putting them together. And I think to enjoy the fact that in a few years, once he gets older, and he continues hopefully to enjoy Lego as well as myself, that it'll be really neat to be able to open some of these sets that really you're not going to be able to find anymore. There might be a refreshed version. You might be able to get them on secondary markets, but really looking forward to being able to have some of the sets that just aren't going to be available anymore and to be able to build them. And you'll notice the way that all of these sets are stacked. Everything is stacked vertically, and right now I'm clearly showing you a row where there are two stacks. There's one on top of another, but if you notice, everything is stacked vertically, and don't try to overlap them and stack them horizontally on top of each other just for the overall integrity of the boxes. And then lastly, the very top row, we've got some of the smaller starter sets and just some of the smaller boxes that are, play their role in any type of city. Here we've got a lot of the base plates that we've accumulated just so we have a good foundation for the city. And I'm actually going to try to go up a little bit so you can get a better view that, these little starter sets do go back pretty far. We've got quite a few of them up there. So this is the second shelf with mini sets. And as I said, all of these are still unopened and still factory sealed. And I've also got this, since I am in my basement, I have this little device right here that keeps and monitors and tracks the humidity levels. I want to make sure that the boxes stay in good condition. And then you also notice this plastic wrap that I cover these shelves in when I'm not doing something like this or looking around through them, just to be able to keep them safe from dust and potentially any moisture if there was a leak or anything like that. And then we'll go to our next shelf. So this is kind of the big shelf here. So we've got all the bigger sets, got some PlayStation sets here. Once again, everything here is factory sealed, nothing's been opened. Some fire stations. And then here is, this is kind of like the big row on the big shelf. So we've got Town Square, we've got a train there, we've got some of the modular sets. And I've just recently started to enjoy the modular sets and really have an appreciation for the intricacies and just the detail that have gone into these modular sets. Really fantastic. And I've actually purchased just recently a couple of Amazon warehouse deals. And if you're not familiar with Amazon warehouse deals, you can get sets in a like new condition. And really what I found is the two instances where I have purchased a set, the set has been complete and have everything in it. It's just the box is damaged. So if you're not overly concerned with the box being damaged, you can score a little bit of a deal on Amazon warehouse deals. I don't tend to use it a lot just because I want to have a good quality, good condition box with all the seals still intact, but it has been an option if you maybe just want to build it. This right here, Pirate Ship. I wish I would have purchased more of those when they were available. Yeah, really missed out on that one. Not city, but just a really neat set. And once again, everything here still factory sealed, and just have them here on this particular shelf. And then lastly, the top row of this shelf, construction site, more city, creator, a couple of the superheroes. We have a random Star Wars set that just happened to buy when it was on sale. But here is that big shelf with really some really neat sets and just some good stuff on that shelf. And then lastly, this is the last shelf, and most of the sets on this shelf are still sealed, but we do have some of the sets on this shelf that have been opened, and they're just the boxes, so just empty boxes. But most of them are sealed boxes, but like I said, a few of them are opened, and this is where I store the boxes once they've been opened and once we've built them. I know some people, they end up cutting the boxes down and storing them flat inside another big box. My preference has been to keep the box in its integrity and keep at least one end of it sealed, and then simply store it this way, which does take up more space. I totally get that. So we'll do a quick view of everything. So here is the final shelf, the most recent shelf that we looked at. Here is the shelf with the big items on it. And then here is the second shelf that we looked at. And here is that first shelf that we looked at with the items that have already been built. And, you know, as I said, we're in my basement, so, you know, got a lot of other things down here. But now I want to show you some of the other sets that we have, that we've already put together, and go into another part of our basement and have a few more sets here that have already, as I said, been put together, and just have them out on display. You know, one of the things my wife and I talked about is being able to display Lego in the house upstairs, and that idea quickly was shot down, and now I have been pushed down to the basement, which is perfectly fine, and this is kind of where I can keep Lego and keep them displayed in a way that isn't going to upset my wife. So here I got one of the police stations again, one of the big airplanes from the most recent airport set, and then the space shuttle that was a really, really enjoyable build, really neat set as well. And here we have some more city sets. Got a bank there in the background, ambulance plane. Got some dogs here. Can't have too many police dogs, of course. And some more of the industrial type vehicles. My son loves this garbage truck, loves the snowplow, loves the tow truck, loves the wood chopping truck, the cement truck, tow truck. He just eats up these vehicles that do that kind of industrial type work. Here we had a hospital, got some fire vehicles, a fireboat. That's a really neat set. And then we've got a fire station here. Got an auto transport city pizza van. That's a really neat build. A little ferry. And of course, it'd only be fitting to have some more police. This will be the safest city you can ever imagine, I can assure you. Holy cow. And lastly, I will show you a few more sets. Got Palace Cinema, an abbreviated version of it, so to speak. And then we've got the Temple of Air Jitsu. And then we've got this crane. So I love this crane. This was just an amazing build, just a really neat Lego set. But I will say that my favorite has been the Temple of Air Jitsu, Ninjago. That was just a really neat, detailed build, and really enjoyed that. And I think that'll have a place in the city, kind of an oriental, kind of a Chinatown feel in the city that will be integrated in there somewhere. So this is the Lego collection that my son and I have, and appreciate you taking time to watch. If you have any thoughts or comments, questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.